Alright guys, so I'm back with a brand new video. I know it's been about 2 weeks now. I definitely do apologize. If you guys didn't know, I posted on my community tab talking about I've been moving. I'm finally in my new home now. I got situated. I do have a lot more unpacking to do, so the videos are still going to be a little slow until I get settled in. I actually don't even have a gaming setup or anything. I don't have a table for my computer. This is literally set on top of a bunch of storage bins right now, so it looks kind of ridiculous, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? The grind doesn't stop. I want to upload some videos, so I'm gonna do it right now. Once I get the gaming table, get everything situated, my setup all good, videos will be coming out very quickly now because I'm in a really good setup now with this house and everything. So I'm really happy about that, but apologize for the inconvenience with the videos. I definitely don't like to leave you guys hanging for this long, but I had to be done with the moving. I should have honestly put some videos out before, like pre-recorded, and then just dropped them while I was moving. I could have planned it better. But unfortunately I didn't do that. But anyways, appreciate you guys being patient. With this video, we're just going to talk about the new Astromancer class coming out on September 23rd. I know I said I don't really cover patch notes anymore, but I did say that if there's a really big patch coming out, I will talk about it. And this is a very big patch. It's a September patch. It's a new class, new dungeon type system, new events and everything. So I do want to cover this for you guys. So let's talk about it. So first thing to talk about, of course, is a brand new class, Astromancer. This will be here on the 23rd. It's Lin only right now. A lot of people thought it was going to be available for Yun too, but we don't really know yet. I feel like they might unlock it for other races, but obviously if you don't like the Lin race, which some people don't, you might not be in favor of playing this class. I do have a video of me watching gameplay footage and talking about it, so I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to see how the class plays and everything, because it is already over in Korea. You can see gameplay really easily on YouTube, so I'll leave that below if you want to check it out. They have two different specs. One is like a star caster type abilities, which are apparently from the description is high burst damage, and then Stormweaver is more sustainable damage, more kind of overtime damage. Honestly, I would think that Starcaster would be better in raids and dungeons because most of the time it's just kind of like a burst check, especially in some of these dungeons like Dreamsong Theater and stuff. You're just bursting as fast as possible. So really, I don't think Stormweaver would be very good. Maybe for like a end game raid boss where you just want long fights, like 10-minute fights or longer, you might want this. But overall, I feel like Starcaster would probably be better. Don't quote me on that. And personally, I did think that Starcaster had better looking abilities. But that was just from the Korean server. But if you guys want to check that out, as I said, description below. Next thing we got is Naru Santum Renewal. So basically what they're doing here is this revitalizing Naru Santum like they did with Midnight Sky Petal Plains. They're just going to be making it more whale friendly. They're just keeping the same as that dungeon. They're just upping the mechanics, upping the HP, and giving better rewards. So they're saying Hamu 24 or higher, which basically means you're going to have very good gear, probably 2200 AP or higher, really good gear. You have to have at least 2000 AP, honestly, at least. Like, you have to be geared to do this. This is not going to be a new dungeon for anyone. The problem with Naru Santum, in my opinion, is it's such a long dungeon compared to most of the dungeons we have out now. Like, if you think about, let's say, Stone Scale Passage, that one is really quick. That's an endgame dungeon compared to this Naru Santum. Like, it's a very long dungeon, so I personally am kind of glad I'm not whaled out enough to do this because I'm not going to have fun with doing this at all. But basically, Naru Santum is getting revamped. It's going to be stronger, harder to do, and just better rewards. And with the new version available, you can get the Nocturnal Scale Fragments, which are the new endgame fragments they have available. They just put out with the Midnight Sky Petal Plains revamp, and then you also have a brand new legendary bracelet, kind of the same stuff that you can grind this dungeon 100 times and then you buy it with orbs if you want, or you can get really lucky and get it as a drop, but I assume the drop rate is going to be extremely low for the bracelet. But as I said earlier, this is not going to be a lot of fun. It's 4 different bosses you have to complete. This is a very, very long dungeon. I remember doing it back in its prime. I can't imagine with it being so much more difficult. It's not going to be something very fun to do over and over again because it's just not a quick dungeon in my opinion. The ones when I did multis with, I really enjoyed, like Stone Steel Passage, where it's just very quick. You just run through, you get it done very quickly. There's not a lot of walking or bosses. And it's something like this or Hangar Zero where there's a lot of walking and wind striding and jumping. It gets kind of tedious after a while, so I can imagine after 10 plus runs of multi running this, it's going to be a little bit like, and this bracelet just freaking dropped, but we'll see how it is. This is for the whales only though. New talisman tier, so if you're whaled out, maybe if you did enough with the bamboo event and they didn't delete your pet pods, Maybe you should upgrade to the new talisman tier, but just same old new equipment, new stuff like that. I don't know if they're going to be reducing the cost of the other talisman tiers like they usually do when they release a new tier. They didn't state that here, so we don't know yet. I would really hope so, because the talisman still is insanely expensive for really the low stats it gives. I hope they reduce the pet pats you need a lot, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Last thing they talked about is a call to arms event returning. Now, this is something I'm very excited about. Hopefully the rewards are still good. If you guys remember the last one, they gave out free Grand Celestial weapons to everyone. It was a really great event for new players and returning players, or if you wanted to just gear up your ult quickly, and it was highly requested to be returned back into the game. Honestly, it was the best event all year, in my opinion. So I'm really hoping that they're bringing back the rewards that we had, if not better ones. With NCSoft's history, a lot of times they'll bring back an event but make it worse for some reason. Like, they just make the rewards worse than they were before. Hence, like the Thanksgiving event that they did, where last year it was pretty decent. I think the year before it was pretty decent, and then they came back the next year Thanksgiving time and made it even worse than before. Like, they do weird stuff like that where they make events worse than they were before. So I'm really hoping this is not the case and they just keep really good rewards. This was one of the best highly rated events that we've had all year, so I'm really hoping they don't butcher this. Either keep the rewards the same, give people Grand Celestial weapons and all that, or maybe just make it a little bit better, because honestly, that's made a lot of people come back to the game to get these rewards. So I'm really hoping they make it good again, because this would be great for the game, in my opinion. I feel like they should have these type of events more often. I've said that before, but we'll wait and see how it is in game, because you never know with NCSoft and the patch notes and anything. Lastly, they already will be live streaming this new patch on Twitch. I'm happy they are, because this is a pretty big patch compared to the last couple ones. And we really haven't had a live stream from them for quite a long time. So this is kind of nice to have one finally. Hopefully they show off some new features. I'm really hoping, in my opinion, to get Blood Roses account bound. It's way past due. The Iron Arc raid is out. And I would love to transfer over my Blood Roses from my weeklies, from my old characters to my main, so I can upgrade my Thornbreaker weapon. So please, NC West, come on. It's about time. Let's make those account bound. That would be great. Same with the Scarlet Blooms. Make them account bound. I'm hoping. We'll wait and see. But anyways, that's really it. New class. I'll definitely check it out. Maybe do some streaming of it on Twitch. But let me know what you guys are excited about with this. Appreciate you guys watching the video, and I'm out.